Parents are suing platforms like Roblox for leaving minors open to predators. Meanwhile, the state Supreme Court will re-examine Philadelphia's open carry law. A nature preserve got some new hiking trails. Also, more and more Pennsylvanians are living to 100. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. Parents in Pennsylvania, as well as many other places around the country, are suing platforms like Roblox, Fortnite, and Minecraft, along with social media like Snapchat, for exposing their kids to predators and inducing gaming addiction, reports the Philadelphia Inquirer. These virtual worlds are insanely popular with kids. More than a third of Roblox users, for example, are under the age of 13. And even though it and other platforms like Roblox tout child safety, there's tons of cases being investigated about minors finding themselves interacting with predators. Like one 12-year-old girl in Philadelphia who befriended a user she thought was a minor when she was 9. Turns out he was a Texas man facing charges in Utah. He sextorted her for months. Some argue that Roblox in particular has features that facilitate abuse. It doesn't require age or identity verification for signups, for one. And in some cases, registered sex offenders created accounts portraying themselves as kids. Then there's a feature of these games that induce internet gaming disorder, which causes them to be so addicting they diminish a kid's social interactions and academic performance. Roblox, for one, claims it's immune from lawsuits thanks to a 1996 law that protects internet publishers from third-party speech. In 66 out of Pennsylvania's 67 counties, it's okay to carry a gun without a permit so long as it's plainly visible, reports the Pennsylvania Capital Star. But not in Philadelphia. In Philadelphia, a person has to have a concealed carry license, regardless of whether they carry their gun openly or not. Now, though, the state Supreme Court will re-examine this law due to the case of Zaire Livingston. Livingston was arrested in Philadelphia after cops caught him selling drugs. They charged him with possession with intent to distribute, and for violating the Uniform Firearms Act because he had a handgun tucked into his waistband. And while he pleaded guilty, his lawyers argued that the State Uniform Firearms Act exception for Philadelphia actually violates the equal protection provisions of both the state and federal constitutions. In looking at Livingston's case, the justices limited the question to whether the license requirement in Philadelphia violates Article 1 of the state constitution and the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, both of which guarantee equal protection under the law. In upholding Livingston's conviction, Superior Court judges stated that they were bound by a 2014 decision of the Superior Court that found the right of people in Philadelphia to openly carry firearms on the street without a license was not fundamental, and that, quote-unquote, staggeringly disproportionate amount of gun violence in the city justifies any infringement on rights, in contrast to another similar case, causing disagreement within the Superior Court, which has led us to here. How the state Supreme Court will view this issue remains to be seen. 2 miles of new hiking trails are now open at the Lancaster Conservancy, states PennLive. These trails were added to the 112-acre High Family Nature Preserve in Mountjoy Township and will allow people to explore the area's restored meadow, giant diabase boulders, and streams. More and more people in Pennsylvania and in the U.S. in general are living to see 100, says Axios Pittsburgh, and older. The number of centenarians grew by 50% from 2010 to 2020, according to new census data, making them one of the fastest growing demographics around. Pennsylvania had the 11th highest amount at about 4,000 total statewide. Nearly 80% of centenarians in the U.S. are female, which tracks with the life expectancy gender gap. As for why there are so many 100-year-olds and overs now, Axios says it's a triumph of modern medicine. How is it October already? The best month if you allow for a bias of mine to come out. For more Pennsylvania-related news and otherwise, visit PennLive.com. Also, please remember to rate this podcast and to spread the Today in PA love around. Thanks in advance, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll see you tomorrow bright and early for more Today in PA.